Hello, class. One of the key differences between American and Chinese culture is that Americans celebrate the individual, while Chinese have a tendency to celebrate the groups. For example, when negotiating a business deal in China, if it's a success, then the entire team is usually celebrated. However, in Western culture, we will generally celebrate the person who managed to negotiate the deal. However, this is not set in stone. According to an article written by Chaffee, Chu, Ju, and Pan, scholars of Chinese and Western civilizations have for years argued over differences between the two. However, little consensus is where over the two dimensions of differences and similarities have actually been reached. Now, there are a few changes that would need to occur when making a business deal in China. First thing is the dress attire. Men are expected to wear generally soft colors and a formal jacket when attending meetings and formal dinners. Women are, on the other hand, are expected to wear high-cut formal blouses and should not appear taller than their host. This means wearing little to no heels. The greeting would usually be a slight nod or bow, as opposed to a simple hello, how are you, like in Western culture. Another acceptable greeting is a handshake, but less like in the Western culture, where a firm handshake is generally what we would do. The Chinese culture, it's a lighter grip, and it usually lasts for approximately 10 seconds. After the greeting, we would need to lower our eyes in respect for the other, and be careful not to stare into their eyes. However, as opposed to in Western culture, where it's generally considered respectful to maintain eye contact while conversing with others. Another difference when addressing someone's name, we would address them by their title and their family name. Through the Chinese, they'll address them through their title and family name. For example, if somebody's last name happened to be Chang and their title would be director, we would refer to them as Director Chang. Finally, when presenting a business card in Western culture, generally the card is just handed off to the other person. But in Chinese culture, the way they present the business card is they will hold it out with they'll hold onto it with two hands, present it outward with they bow their head with the name of the card facing upwards. So now a real life application is well, a real life situation that I encounter is at my current location at Amazon. The workplace culture of the first shift is more relaxed and laid back. The team will generally work on orders until there's nothing left in the system, and then they'll sit down for hours to do nothing. My shift actually starts at 10 o'clock. I run the second shift, which is 4 hours later than the first shift starts. So when we come in, there's generally little to no work remaining due to the fact that first shift took care of most of it. So second shift has the responsibility of maintaining inventory, receiving. This includes receiving, inventory management and counting, and restocking. Now, an issue that arose with one associate is that she felt upset that because she felt like we do nothing. She said that first shift takes care of all the work and second shift comes in and does nothing. But what she wasn't aware is that there are differences in our shift cultures and responsibilities. Her concerns ended up getting translated to a couple other associates who also started feeling the same way. So what ended up happening is the three associates would converse a lot very loudly and start disrespecting my team. So to address this issue, what I chose to do is I conversed with the process assistant in charge of the first shift, and what we did is we each spoke to our respective shifts to get their points of view on the situation. Then we had a meeting between both shifts and explained the whole job responsibilities and differences between the two shifts. We told them that second shift has less work due to the fact that we come in so late. So we do a lot of the support work that takes place behind the curtain. It is because of what we do that allows first shift to be able to work so smoothly and take care of business as quickly as they can. If it weren't for our shift being there, it's supporting the shift, essentially, they would end up running out of inventory, they would end up running out of work, and a lot of things would end up collapsing, or the pressure would be higher on first shift. So essentially, my shift being the support shift helps to relieve pressure on the first shift. After hearing the overall reasoning behind our or the explanation of what our responsibilities and differences and whatnot, like two of the three ladies are understood what was going on and generally like accepted it and started feeling a little bit better. However, the person who had the initial concern, unfortunately, did not was not very receptive to the information and continued to just to act as if my team was lazy and continued acting very disrespectful. And unfortunately, this made me come to the conclusion that as much as you might try, sometimes it's just impossible to please everyone, no matter what explanation you may give them. So the overall outcome is at least two of the three came to understanding and were able to accept the differences in our culture.